Hi, everybody. This is Jay Regenetter, and I am the chair of the Board of Trustees for the University of Illinois Wesley Foundation. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to another episode of Where Are They Now? And today we're going to interview Skyler Przygoda. And so, Skyler, I'm going to turn to you and just have you share with us a little bit about where you're living now and what you're doing.
Hi, I'm Skyler Przygoda. I am now living in Charlotte, North Carolina. I finished up my MDiv at Vanderbilt and moved over here about 2 years ago. And I am the director of Children, Youth, and Families at Charlotte First United Methodist Church in downtown Charlotte.
Excellent. And could you tell us the years that you were involved?
I started my first summer interning as a campus ministry intern in 2017 was my first summer. And then I started my senior year of undergrad at a small college in Chicago. And I was invited back the next summer to work with Julie and Maggie as campus ministry intern again. And that summer, I had some changes happening in my life and wasn't going to go to school right away. I was going to take a gap year. And so Dan and Julie kept me on as campus ministry intern at Wesley. And it was the best year of working at Wesley and I'm just so thankful for the time and experiences that I got there, and just always feeling included even though I never went to the U of I was always included.
Do you have a story about your time at Wesley, something that was really meaningful to you, something that's an important memory, or even something that's really funny that you want to tell a story about yourself or somebody else?
What? I think one of the most meaningful stories, like I said, I wasn't a student, so I just had this weird position that I showed up and was invited to serve and was kind of around. And so I was attending a small conservative Christian liberal arts college in Chicago for my undergrad. And I wasn't having the best time with that theologically. And I just remember after my first summer at Wesley, Julie calling me and asking if I wanted to be included on a peer minister's retreat, or trip, I guess. And so we went to Portland, Oregon. There were like four of us that went to the United Methodist Church's exploration weekend. So it was a trip to Portland, Oregon, and I just felt so loved and so invited into this community, and so supported in my call to ministry, which I had not felt supported in that call at my own university. So it was a special time for me just to feel so loved and celebrated. It was actually my birthday weekend too, and so they just kept celebrating my birthday, took us out for milkshakes and made sure we got to celebrate my birthday. So it was such a special place in my heart, that made me even more excited to come back the next summer and serve at Wesley again. So yeah, that was one of the special memories I supported in my call to ministry, which I had not felt supported in that call at my own university. So it was a special time for me just to feel so loved and celebrated. It was actually my birthday weekend too, and so they just kept celebrating my birthday, took us out for milkshakes and made sure we got to celebrate my birthday. So it was such a special place in my heart, that made me even more excited to come back the next summer and serve at Wesley again. So yeah, that was one of the special memories.
How would you say you grew in your faith during your time at Wesley?
Wesley pushed me in my faith to see things differently, to explore new relationships and opportunities, to explore different types of ministry. At the time, I really thought I was called to pastoral elder ministry in the United Methodist Church. And so getting to experience that, but also getting to work with college students and international students and bilingual students was just such a wonderful opportunity to push me and challenge me to see where the ministry of the church could go as a whole, and like grew this love for extension ministries within the United Methodist Church for me.
Excellent. So it seems to have had a great impact on where you are now, in
For
terms of
sure.
your
Yes.
your story and your call.
Yeah, so I mean, now I am at a church where I work with children, youth, and families. While I was in grad school, I was doing college ministry because I missed it so much that I made my field that experience college ministry, just to get that connection back. And after working there for 2 years, I decided I'm gonna like push myself a little bit more to work back in like children and youth, family and young adult ministries, and it's just growing my love for young people's ministry within the church, making sure we have a voice, making sure we have platforms to support the younger voices, and the younger views of faith within the church. So yeah.
Is there anything else you would like for Wesley folks to know about you, about your family, your vocation, things that people who interacted with you would like to know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm living in technically I live in Concord, North Carolina. I live in the suburbs of Charlotte. But loving my time out here. I officially transferred my membership to the Western North Carolina Conference. And then I'm still exploring ordination and what that looks like in the church for me. Really looking more at elder or at the deacon track now, with changes to our United Methodist doctrine and what this new love for extension ministries looks like in my life. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I still love to come home. My husband Noah and I talk about missing Champaign-Urbana all the time, and just what a unique place that Champaign-Urbana is within the context of Illinois and just like this wonderful community. So we really do miss being part of that community back in Champaign-Urbana, but it always comes with us as we go to new places. So yeah, that's my updates. I'm so thankful for everyone at Wesley, for those who I worked right alongside, for Julie, for Dan, for Miriam, was one of my pastors at Wesley. I'm just so thankful for all the time that I had there to help me grow into the person I am today. So
Excellent. Well, Skylar, thank you for taking the time to do this interview with me. And if anyone else who's watching today is interested in doing one of these interviews and sharing with our alumni and our church members as well about what you're doing now, please feel free to reach out to me or reach out to our senior pastor director, David Fuqua, or our director of advancement and engagement.